Good evening guys, hello and welcome back once again to another Monday evening of racing with the Tier 1 guys from the Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship and me, your boy Vexed. This is obviously season 19, round 5 now. So just over the halfway mark. We've only got 4 rounds including this one to go. We'll have a quick rundown through the standings as per usual. So it's looking like at the moment Racing Green is still on point or on target to try and take the championship away from Zico. Zico's still in second place, but he's now 34 points behind Racing Green. Racing Green now on 150 points. Zico in second place on 116. We've got CMP in third on 89. Only 27 points behind Zico. That's his teammate as well this season, Zico and CMP. BX Royals in fourth with 84 points. We've got Yannick in fifth with 84 points BX Royal has. Yannick's got 80 points. We've got Hasnain in sixth with 75. We have Perry in 7th place with 49. Anonymous in 8th with 48. We've got Kep in 9th with 46. Taz is in 10th with 37 points. Then we've got Kellen in 11th place with 35. We've got Alessandro in 12th with 24 points. ITM is in 13th with 22. Lattus in 14th with 17 points. We got Sinilfac in 15th with also 17 points, tied with Lattus at the moment. Morvillo's in 16th with 15. We have Sam in 17th with 14. Joined with Eroticos in 18th, also on 14 points. Monster Cat is in 19th. He's on 2 points. Ifonde is now in 20th, also on 2 points. And EZM all the way at the bottom now in 21st place on 1 point. And obviously, I think from 16 down their reserves for this season. And obviously in the team standings, in the manufacturers, we have Citroen romping away with it at 225 points. Lamborghini Huracan not actually too far behind, only 20 points behind with 205 points. So the title still on between them two. We've got the Aston Martins on 117 points. So 80 something points behind at the moment. Subaru in 4th with 108. BMW in 5th with 84. The Volkswagen in 6th with 68. AMG, the Mercedes in 7th with 65. We've got the Lexus in 8th with 31. Nissan GTR in 9th with 29. Toyota in 10th with 2 points. And the Subaru BRZ picking up 2 points. And then the Genesis X only picking up 1 point. The Ferrari, the Dodge and the Renault all still yet to pick up points, but we haven't seen them feature so far in this season. So who's your money on for tonight, guys? It looks like Racing Green putting in the fastest time at the moment in this practice session. BX Royal. So Racing Green's fastest at the moment is a 119.170 and BX's looks like a 876, so actually 7 tenths off of Racing Green, but very very close indeed between the top 5. In fact no, yeah, it's going to be very very close throughout the field once again. We saw how close it was last week. That was an absolutely stupendous qualifying session, wasn't it? I think the top 11 all within a second. But BX Royal doing really well at the moment in that Subaru. He had a really really good, really solid race last week, didn't he? I think we were at Daytona. I believe it was Daytona. Yeah, it was. So we were at the Daytona last week. BX Royal actually managed to take the win in the second race in the feature. He was third in the sprint. And throughout the season so far, he's had 3 third places. So 4 podium finishes, but only 3 third places. The rest have been 7s, 14s and 10. Racing Green, he's had 5 wins so far this season, 2 second places and a 4th place. Last week he took the win in the sprint race and then came 4th in the feature. But absolutely dominating week 2 and week 3. We won week 2 and week 3. It was only week 4 that he placed out of the podium in the feature. So GG's to Racing Green, absolutely solid performance at the moment, and it's showing in the tables. As I say, 34 points at the moment ahead of Zico. Zico's managed second 4 times, and he's came 4 times, 3 times, and an 8th. We had CMP picking up a win in the first week, so in week 1 he took the win in the feature race. I'm sure he's going to be trying to do that again at some stage in that Lamborghini. He's looked so strong, hasn't he, CMP in the Lamborghini. And yeah, as I say, BX not far off at the moment. CMP, he's only 5 points behind him in 4th place. As I say, had a really good solid round last week, did BX Royal. And qualifying, as always, will begin around 8 PM. So we're still just on board at the moment with the guys for practice, for free practice. So did we just see then? That was Eroticos. Eroticos at the moment down in 18th place. Going to be looking up to try and make some, or try and get some decent points in this round. CMP, as I touched on, in 3rd place. Kep's had a really good showing so far this season in that Beetle. Currently sat in 9th place, Kep. He took the win in the sprint in week 2. Missed week 1, missed week 3, and then he had an 11th and a 7th last week. So I'm sure he's going to be trying to challenge some of the top boys this week once again. Who else did we have in the Beetle? I think it was... oh, it was PZN in the 2nd Beetle in week 3. He managed 2 5th places. So Anonyma currently sat in 8th place with 48 points. Only 2 points ahead of Kep. If Kep manages to finish ahead of Anonyma, he surely will take that position in the standings. Maybe even moving up a little bit higher. There's not a lot in it between 7th and 9th. Zico, as I say, in 2nd place at the moment, 116 points for Zico. He's only 34 points off the lead, but he's going to have to definitely pull out some really good couple of rounds. He's always going to have to win the next couple of rounds, isn't he, if he wants to retain the championship for a 3rd time in a row. I'm sure if anyone can do it, Zico can, and he has looked very strong in that Lamborghini, but just look like at the moment Racing Green just too much in that Citroen. Who would have thought you'd hear that? The Citroen absolutely dominating the field in this season of ALR's Gt7 Championship. We've had the message there from BX Royal. We're going to be starting soon. That was a fun day, getting it a little bit out of shape onto the grass there. So CMP also around 8 tenths off of Racing Green's time at the moment in the Citroen. CMP obviously in the Lamborghini. Definitely not having any mechanical issues this season. He was plagued a season or 2 ago with mechanical issues. He had some issues with his sim rig, and we all know they can be a right pain in the butt. But he's managed to get him sorted now, and he's returned to form. Kellen's been really quick, hasn't he, so far this season? Been doing well in that M6. I think a lot of people have said that they've broken it with the balance of power this season, so where is BX Royal? Here he is. Obviously, host privileges. BX Royal will get out before anybody else. He's going to complete his 1st out lap and potentially his 1st flying lap. So we'll see what sort of standard he sets for people to beat, or to try and beat. Maybe he's going to put in an absolutely solid 1st flying lap and it'll be unbeatable. But we all know that this man here, Racing Green, on for his 1st Tier 1 championship, or he's chasing his 1st Tier 1 championship at the moment, doing really well as well. Absolutely solid season so far, and he did really well last season. The only reason he wasn't challenging Zico up until the final race was because obviously he was away for a week for his holiday. I've probably said that quite a few times now, but I'm sure it's haunted him as well, and yeah, he's definitely showing it this season, isn't he? So we've got BX in the Subaru, we've got Racing Green is in that Citroen, Kellen is in the M6. Relatively short lap actually this one. Yannick's in the Aston, we have Zico in the Lamborghini, EZN is in the Genesis, we have Roykos in the GTR, Kep is in the Beetle, Capel is in the Ferrari, so the Ferrari making an appearance this week. CMP is in the second of the two Lamborghinis, we've got Fondi in the GTR, Lattice in the Lexus, Anonyma in the Mercedes, Sinilfac in the second of the two Mercedes, and Aslam in the Citroen. So BX Royal now on his first flying lap. What sort of a lap is he going to be able to put in? Is he going to be in the 119s? We did see him in the 119s in practice. Can he manage to get any closer to Racing Green's time in practice? I'm sure Racing Green may be holding his cards close to his chest. Perhaps he's still got more in the tank. We know that a lot of the guys don't really like to show their true pace in practice sessions. And why would you? You know, you want to try and have the quality of your life. So he's coming around the penultimate turn now. There's only a chicane to go. And here we go. He's going to come across the line. And what is the time going to be? And it is a 119.4. So that's the time to beat. What's Racing Green going to do? He goes into first place by 1/10. It's a 119.340 for Racing Green. Kellen good enough for third place at the moment. Yannick fourth. Zico goes faster. 119.309 there for Zico. Not a lot in it at all. Only 300s between Zico and Racing Green at the moment. BX Royal pushed down to third now. Kellen down to fourth. Yannick down to fifth. Kep good enough for seventh. Fonde up to sixth. Kep there in seventh. CMP good enough for eighth at the moment. Capel ninth. In fact, Capel's dropped to 10th now. I think, yeah, this is other people crossing the line, isn't it? Dropping them down the order. So who? Senior Fat goes up into 7th place there. Provisional 7th. And Anonyma up into provisional 4th. Aslan hot on his heels there. Provisional 5th. Kellen down to 6th now. Yannick down to 7th. Senior Fat there 8th. Ifonde provisional 9th. Kep 10th. CMP 11th. Capel 12th. I wonder what sort of laps Capel's going to be able to do in the Ferrari. The Ferrari making his first outing in this round here. Izadam getting the rear end out there in the Genesis. He's having a bit of a drift session now. Surely won't be making up any time by getting them rear tyres lit up, but see what he can do. So Racing Green has managed to take the lead once again, only by 900ths. 119.214 for Racing Green. And that's me just checking that this stream is in fact working, and it is. So Racing Green jumps up into provisional first place at the moment. Zico still hot on his heels though, only 900ths in it. Kep's managed to improve up into provisional third place, only 1/10 off of Zico. He's got 100 faster than BX Royal. That's dropped BX Royal down into 4th place now. BX Royal with a fresh set of tyres. Anonyma moves over to let his teammate through there. Senior Fat goes through to start another flying lap, I believe. I think he came in before Anonyma, unless he's still out on warm tyres. He might be due to come in. Anonyma is out on a fresh set of tyres now, on an out lap. Yannick up on his split through that last split, through the middle sector, into the final sector now. Will he be improving? I think he might improve, but is it going to be enough to move him up the order? Maybe ahead of Anonyma. There's only 4 thousandths in it between him and Anonyma at the moment. Top 5 still the same. Oh, and he's gone in. So Yannick actually pulls into the pits now, takes on a fresh set of rubber. Aslam, Hasnain, does look like he's coming up to finish a lap. Coming up to 6 minutes in this qualifying session now. Obviously only 10 minutes of qualifying in these GT7 lobbies. Oh, and Aslam's binned it off as well. So yeah, CMP is on a flying lap now. Who's coming up to finish a lap? So Racing Green is at the head of this pack behind. And he's on an out lap. Zico also, as is Kev, as is BX. BX with a penalty of half a tenth. I mean half a second's penalty there for BX. Anonyma potentially on a fast lap. He's got a few cars behind him. Gagler cars there. That's Capel, BX, and I think Zico at the back. It's either Zico or that's CMP. I think it's Zico behind BX. Start board with Anonyma for the meantime, because we can still see the top 5 on the left hand side there as they're coming across the line. We'll see if anybody gets dropped out of the order, because Anonyma is also coming up to finish a lap. I think the cars ahead of him are actually just coming up to finish their out laps, so they're starting their fast laps now. What is Anonyma going to do? Can he improve? And he doesn't. He's actually 2 tenths down on his previous time. So Racing Green is now on a flying lap. What is his time going to say through the next split? Still 900 between him and Zico in second place. He's actually a tenth down through that split. Can he make it up through this final sector? I don't think he can. I think maybe this is just going to be another warm-up lap. He's going to push hard on the next fast lap. Oh, and Zico with half a second's penalty. So Kep, what can Kep do? Kep down by a tenth there as well. No, so Hughes 3 tenths down. Zico was 6 tenths down. Kep coming up to the line now. 8 tenths down for Kep. So that's interesting. On the fresher set of rubber, they're not actually making any improvements. Is BX going to be able to improve? And he's what is going on? I think it's going to be the final lap that they get to put in now, so if we're going to see any improvements, it's going to be on this final lap. So Aslan crosses the line with half a second, not going to improve there. Fonde at the moment down in P9, Single Flat there in P10, CMP in 11th. Izadem 12th, Latters 13th, Roticos 14th, Capel down in 15th. Capel. Only 8 tenths between him and the leader. That is insane stuff. So from 15th all the way down to first place, only 8 tenths in it. That's crazy. That is very, very close indeed. As I say, very short lap this one as well. Only 1:19. And Racing Green doesn't improve again that time around. Zico has met the barrier somewhere. Or maybe he's just getting out of the way of the cars behind him. It's a BX Royal. It's going to be his final lap to be able to improve. He's going to settle for starting in 4th place. Or can he improve? At the moment, the top 3, Racing Green, Zico, Kep. Oh no, he's picked up half a second's penalty. 4th place. I think it's going to be 4th place for BX Royal. So who... Trying to work out who's still yet to come across the line. Lattis has binned it off into the pits. So yeah, it's looking like this might be your starting order, guys. So we're going to have Racing Green on pole. Zico starts in 2nd, Kep in 3rd, BX Royal will start in 4th. EZM starts in 5th, Anonymous 6th, Yannick in 7th, Kellen 8th, Aslan will start in 9th, Fonde in 10th. Senior Fag will start in 11th, CMP in 12th, Lattis in 13th, Roycos 14th, and Capel will start in 15th place. And look at that again, guys. Between 1st place and 15th, only 8 tenths. That is how close it is in these lobbies. Our Racing Green did improve at the end. 119.007, almost sub 119. Almost into the 118s there for Racing Green. 3/10 faster than second place Zico. Can he carry that pace into the race, or is it going to be too much for his tyres? He's going to have to do a little bit of tyre management, I would imagine. The Citroen, notoriously good on the tyres though, it has to be said. And that is it, the results once again. So Racing Green will put it on par with Zico in second, Kep in third, BX in fourth, Gt7 in fifth, Anonymous sixth, Yannick seventh, Kellen eighth, Aslam Hasnain starts in ninth, Afonde in 10th, Sinilfak 11th, CMP in 12th, Lattis in 13th, Roykos in 14th, and Capel will start in 15th place in the Ferrari, making its first appearance in this season. We haven't got the klaxon this evening. I'll just forewarn you for that, because my tablet's in my car because we're trying to diagnose issues, as you do. So we'll run it without the klaxon for this round. Obviously, we'll be back next week. Racing Green lines up on pole for this season 19 round 5. Almost into season 20. 5 lights, and they're out. Let's go. So we've got moves being made in the background there. A little like the other Citroen there of Hasnain, getting a really good getaway almost around the Aston along the outside. Kep also up into second place now. BX into third. He's managed to take... Oh, James. He says no klaxon, I want my money back. He'll definitely be back next week, brother. Nice to have you on board as always. Oh, and Kep looking for the move up the inside of BX now. He's going to be able to take that second place. I think BX has actually managed to sling it around the outside there. Anonyma trying to get in the mix there as well. We've got Zico, Anonyma, BX and Kep. Meanwhile, Racing Green being allowed to get away with it. He's running off, scampering off into the distance. All this battling behind him is just allowing him to get away. So BX has managed to create a bit of breathing space now over Anonyma. Oh, was that off in the background there? We had someone off in the background. I think there was some shenanigans in the back. He's still spinning around. Hopefully gets that car going soon. Very short lap though, so he should be able to catch up. Zico now at the inside of Anonyma. Anonyma went D on the brakes. Kep and Yannick will follow through as well. Kep still on the outside. Is there room given there? There is plenty of room given there, but Zico is through up into third place. We have Kep now in fourth. He's trying to fend off Anonyma there in fifth. Anonyma trying to hold off Yannick. Yannick looking for the move now up the inside. Is he almost losing the rear end? No, he has. He's lost the rear. He's off. Yannick. And who was the other? So it was EZM. EZM lost that car. I don't know if there's some shenanigans somewhere. It looked like the Aston struggling to get going as well. Meanwhile, Racing Green now with a 1.5 second lead. This is lap 2 now of 12. BX Royal is going to start trying to chase him down. He's creating a nice buffer over Zico, sorry, behind him. 9/10 back to Zico, who also has 9/10 over Kep. Kep now in fourth place with Anonyma in fifth. The two Mercedes actually running fifth and sixth respectively. Sinilfak putting on an absolute show at the moment. He's just got to stick with his teammate. These two are going to do really well this evening. It looks like the Mercedes very, very good around Sardegna. So Capel is now in 7th place. What a start from Capel. 15th to 7th. How has he done that? So Capel is on an absolute stormer at the moment. He started in 15th place and he's come somehow all the way down into 7th. And he's now challenging the first of the two Mercedes for 6th place. Are we going to see a move coming into turn 1? Turn 1 very, very sketchy indeed. It's not really a place where you really want to try and go for one, but you can. It is possible. And he's thinking of it. At the inside, he's going to be late on the brakes. And he is. He gets it done. Oh, tiny bit of contact on the exit. He managed to get past. He's up into 6th now. And Kellen in the M6, managing to get past Sinilfak as well. Sinilfak down 2 places. He's also got CMP. CMP not far behind now. CMP is going to start trying to push for that 8th place as well. We can see Sinilfak. He's struggling a little bit, isn't he? I think Sinilfak confidence, maybe dented a little bit by losing them 2 positions. He just needs to get his head back in the race. He's doing really well at the moment, single fact. Just needs to try and get back past the M6 there of Kellen when he seizes that opportunity. Ifonde now in 10th. Ifonde almost pushing CMP along in the BRZ. We have Lattice in the Lexus now in 11th with Aroy Cosair 12th. Asnane in 13th now. EZM has made it up to 14th because Yannick really struggled to get it. Aston turned around, didn't he? Struggled to get it going again. Now in 15th. Racing Green still 1.6 seconds back to BX Royal. Actually with the fastest lap on lap 2 of 1:19.4. Nobody else has managed to beat that yet. And BX Royal maintaining that gap to Zico, 1.3 seconds now. Zico also with 1.2 over Kep, who is still holding that 4th place. So some noticeable gaps at the front of the field at the moment. Anonyma actually only 6/10 off of Kep, so picking up the slipstream. Can he manage to reel Kep in, maybe try and go for a move, set one up in that Mercedes? 1:19.5 was his last lap. And Racing Green's fastest lap was 1:19.4, so only 1/10 off of Racing Green's fastest lap. Good race pace from Anonyma. So Capel's managed to find his way from 15th all the way to 6th, and he's managed to make some headway as well. He started eating into that gap ahead to Anonyma, created a bit of breathing space over the BMW of Kellen behind him, but that Beamer very good in a straight line. Seems to keep reeling him back in along the straight. Maybe not quite as good on the brakes anymore. But yeah, he's definitely making headway, isn't he? He's definitely creeping onto the back of Capel, trying to put some pressure on. Senior Fack still with Kellen. What can Senior Fack do? Can Senior Fack be able to retake that position? Or both of them positions? Afonde now 1.3 seconds off the back of Senior Fack. Senior Fack's done well to gain that time back over Afonde. Afonde doing well to hold on to 9th place though. Lattice in the Lexus behind him, no slouch. And I'm surprised that after that great start there from Hasnane, maybe there was a coming together between Hasnane and the Aston, not too sure. We didn't see it happen, so I'm just speculating because I know that they were obviously challenging each other off the start, weren't they? Hasnane getting that really good start, he kept pulled alongside the Aston, and then we kind of looked towards the front of the field, didn't we? So not sure what happened there. In fact, I don't think it was, because it was on the final turn, wasn't it? I don't think Hasnane was anywhere near him, so maybe Hasane getting caught up in one of the other. There was another. Oh, CMP all the way down in 14th now. Is that the case, or is the lobby glitched? And it looks like Zico has caught BX. So BX's tyres are dying a bit of a death, maybe. It looks like Zico's actually a little bit worse than the Subaru of BX Royal, so perhaps BX Royal's done a little bit of tyre management, knows it's going to be a high tyre wear track for his car, for everyone's car to be fair, but maybe he's done that tyre saving early and now he's got just enough to be able to maybe fend off Zico. Or is he going to go for a stop? Will he go for, he's been pitting, hasn't he? I think he's pit in the sprint nearly every round. In fact, no, he didn't, did he last week? Did he last week? I don't think he did last week. He came third, didn't he? I digress. So Zico sizing up a move now. He had a little cheeky, crafty look up the inside, and now he is on the exit. Oh, BX looked like he just dipped it over the curb there. Almost opened the door up there for Zico. waved him through. Perhaps he's not too. Perhaps he's trying to help Zico in his championship battle. Perhaps he's. So, well, actually, you're trying to challenge Racing Green, trying to retain that championship. So, if I let you go, maybe you can pull me onto the back of Racing Green, and then we'll spice things up. Lap 7 of 12 now, though. In fact, it means if Racing Green finishes behind Zico, it means he'll start ahead of him in the feature. So Racing Green still with the lead. Zico now in second place. BX Royals in third. We got Cap starting to gain actually as well on BX Royal. Oh, Cap with a big slide. Still gaining, still pulling on that Subaru, or he was for a minute. I think BX just too strong in the slip of Zico up ahead. So Cap not going to be able to go for a move into turn 1. We have Anonyma. He's only a second off the back of Cap. 1.6 seconds now ahead of Capel. Capel had started reeling him in. It was down to around a second. It's now, yeah, he's lost 7 tenths, hasn't he? I think maybe the tyres on that Ferrari starting to feel a little bit second hand, a little bit worse for wear now. He has managed to get past Kellen. So Kellen maybe having a slight mistake somewhere, opened up the door to Capel, still definitely hot on his bumper though, and Sinil Fak. Oh, so in fact no Capel. So yeah, Capel did get past Kellen, but he has been past him for some time. We have been watching Sinil Fak chase down Kellen, haven't we, and Afonde. So positions haven't changed there for the minute. Capel is now past BX Royal. What's happened to BX? Anonymous got past him too. We had kept what? So kept up into third place in the Beetle. We missed that one. Anonymous now in fourth. Capel in fifth. BX is in sixth. He's going to lose the position to Kellen. What's going on? The BMW up the inside. Oh no. Definitely contact there. Oh, so Kellen has given back the advantage, given back the position. That's great sportsmanship there from Kellen. He didn't mean the contact, but there was slight contact, which did push BX out wide. So it was only fair to give back the position. So BX back now in 7th place. Kellen actually losing 2 positions because of that. Afonde now 8th. So Sinil Fak threw up into 6th. But yeah, Afonde splits BX and Kellen. Kellen's got to get back past Afonde now. Oh, Afonde going defensive. Thought about defending the inside line. Realised that Kellen wasn't going for it, so he moved back over to the racing line, which is fine. But BX Royal now in 7th place, being challenged by Afonde in the BRZ. So the 2 Subaru sister cars, the WRX and the BRZ. Being chased now by Kellen in the M6 with Hasnay not far behind now in 10th place. So he's made up a position. Hasnay up into 10th in the Citroen, second of the 2 Citroen. Arotacos is now 11th. Yannick into 12th now. Them front tyres really look bad, didn't they? Not very good at all. CMP is now in 13th. We got EZM in 14th and Lattice down in 15th now. What happened there? I think these guys obviously having a moment somewhere. So Racing Green just putting on an absolute performance at the moment. Just been missed consistency, hasn't he, in this sprint race. In fact, he's dominated quite a lot of sprint races so far this season. But at the moment, 3.9 seconds ahead of second place Zico, who is obviously trying to close that gap to Racing Green, but it's a little bit of a tall order, isn't it, against that Citroen. So out of 8 potential races so far this season, Racing Green's won 5. He's also come second twice. His worst position so far is 4th. He's also had a fastest lap, and he's had pole twice. So, bit of a force to be reckoned with for this season. The two-time Zico, two-time and current Tier 1 champion. He's got his work cut out for him this season in the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini looked like it was going to be really quick, didn't it? But I don't think he's picked up the results that he would have liked. But still keeping the battle very close indeed for the lead of the championship. Kep now 1.5 seconds off the back of Zico. What is Kep going to be able to do? Will he be able to reel Zico in? It actually looks like the Beetle, maybe not so bad on its tyres either, or perhaps that's just because Kep's been doing a bit of tyre management, although he was sliding it about earlier, wasn't he? So I'm inclined to believe that maybe the Beetle is one of the nicer cars, as is the Citroen on its tyres. Definitely looks better than the Citroens at this stage. Anonymous now 1.7 seconds off the back of Kep, but into 4th place. Currently sat in 4th place. There's going to be some decent points on the board for Anonymous. Capel's only gone up 10 positions since the start of this race. 2.5 seconds off the back of 4th place Anonymous now, but yeah, I think he can just, you can say, well, you know, I've come from the back, finished in 5th place, what more do you want? Senior Fack on an absolute barnstormer at the moment. Currently sat in 6th place with a nice 1.1 second buffer over BS Royal, back in 7th. BS Royal, who's now managed to eke out 5 tenths over Afonde. Afonde, who seems to keep closing back up through the braking zones. He's closed up on a 10th there. Also probably aided by Kellen, breathing down his bumper at the moment, trying to get up under the wing. Oh, he's actually alongside now as Kellen is going to be able to get a move done. This is the final lap now. We're going to have to go on board with the leader in just a second. No, he didn't get it done. So still in 9th for Kellen. Hasnane not too far behind as well. Hasane looking like he's going to be seizing up his opportunity soon. Aroko's there in 11th. And then Gaps back to 15th. So Racing Green comes around the final turn in this sprint race. And he's going to make it 6. That's 6 wins so far this season. Takes the win, takes the checkered flag in the sprint race. Zico 2nd place, Keps in 3rd. We've got Anonymous takes 4th, GG Anonymous. Capel will take 5th, oh my days, GG Capel. Senior Fact takes 6th, go on Senior Fact. BX Royal 7th, Fonde 8th, Kellen 9th, Adslam 10th, Arokos 11th, Yannick 12th. Oh Yannick! No, that's CMP 13th. He picked up a penalty at the end, but it doesn't matter because EZM 9.2 seconds back. He's going to bring it home in 14th place in that Genesis, and then Lattice at the end there into the wall. 360 across the, well, 720 across the line. 15th place. So obviously, as always, we're going to have a reverse top 10 grid for the feature. So Hasnane will start on pole with Kellen in 2nd place. We've got Afonde lining up in 3rd with BX in 4th, Sinil Fak is 5th, we've got Capel in 6th, Anonymous 7th, Kep is 8th, Zico 9th, and Racing Green will start in 10th place. Then Arokods will start in 11th, Yannick 12th, CMP 13th, EZM in 14th, and Lattice will start in 15th place. So CMP, actually that got doubled at the end there to a second, that half a second got doubled to a second because it wasn't served before the end of the race, but it didn't matter anyway because EZM at that point was too far back. So obviously we have a little intermission between races, so if you want to go and get a refreshment or go for a toilet break or whatever, now would be the time to do so. I'll be back in a second myself.
Nah, that sounds a little bit dirty.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously we'll have the message from BX Royal when the feature race is going to begin. But at the moment everybody probably testing out their tyre choices, I think, for the first stint. So it looks like CMP may be going for the hards with Anonyma joining him, Zico, Capel, Lattice, Ifonde, Racing Green all on hards, Aslam maybe on mediums. Has he changed the nose out on mediums? Kep, hards, Yannick, Kellen, all on hards, Sinilfak on hards, BX Royal medium, Arotacos hard, Isadem medium.
And that does sound a little bit naughty, doesn't it?
Isadem, get a car out of the garage a minute, mate. I'm joking, lads, you can do what you want. Yeah, it does sound cool. It sounds a nice car. Does the Genesis. Do you think it's actually got a Bentley engine in it? It does look like a Bentley, doesn't it? Surprised they've not put the Bentley in, to be fair. Like, it's in a Seto Corsa, isn't it? Competizione. So we did just get a message from BX Royal starting soon, so obviously, as you would expect, the feature race will begin shortly. A 1:21.7 on the hards there for CMP, so that's 2 seconds. So I think the hards maybe 2 seconds slower a lap than the other compounds. So Aslam lines up on pole with Kellen in second place. Afonde starts in third. We got 30 laps now off Sardegna B. Obviously a rolling start as always. A reverse top 10 grid. BX Royal actually starting in a very strong position there. Oh, Kep's just left the room. Why's Kep left the room? What? I don't understand. Do we restart? Did Kep have a DC? What happened there? So, ow, 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 ow. There you go, there's the horn, the klaxon sounded, they're off. Aslam leads the guys down into turn 1 for the first time in this feature race. We've got a move being made already. Looks like BX Royal maybe losing that position, or he's defending a position there to Afonde trying to go around his outside, hasn't managed to make it work. In fact, no, BX Royal getting that position off Afonde now down into 4th place. BX Royal started in 4th. BX Royal is up to 3rd on the softer compound tyre. So you would expect that WRX to be slightly faster than the cars around it. Now starting to challenge Kellen for that 2nd place. We're going to have to stay on board with BX for just a minute. Aslam. Oh, Kep, what happened, bruv? What happened, man? Did you get a DC or something? Should we not... Can we not restart? I don't know what goes on. I guess there's no restart. Oh, you crashed. Oh, dude. That's fucking... That's... Oh, that sucks, man. That's just GT for you, isn't it? Polyphony, like they still haven't got the game sorted after however many years it's been now. You think it'd be fully polished, but it's not. And one driver has to suffer because of it, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like there's going to be any red flags in this race. It looks like Kellen now having to go defensive against BX Royal. He knows that BX is right there under his bumper. Under his spoiler, trying to make the move now up the inside. Yeah, no, it's one of them things, dude. I think we used to have a rule where if it was a DC or something where we'd like restart the race, but I know obviously time constraints and that you can't always do that. Kellen has lost that position now to BX Royal. BX Royal is up into 2nd place. 1.1 seconds is the gap now up ahead to the leader. Can he reel Aslam in through? Can he reel him in through these next couple of laps? Kellen is now down into 3rd place. Afonde is in 4th. We've got Sinofak in 5th. We have Capel in 6th. Racing Green has made his way up to 7th place already. So on to the back of the Ferrari of Capel. Can Capel keep him at bay in that Ferrari? We'll have to wait and see. It looks like Racing Green may be sizing up a move now, trying to set one up as we come down the straight. He's going to be shown the long way round. We've got EZM waiting in the wings there in that Genesis. Racing Green around the outside into turn 1. Very, very, very brave move there from Racing Green, and EZM's going to try and make the most of that as well. He's trying to go at the inside of both of them here. No, not quite managing to find his way past Capel. Capel cut him off, covered it off. And it's actually a rolling roadblock now for EZM. EZM can get that very wide Genesis past either of these cars. Racing Green has finally taken that 6th place. EZM! I'm the inside of Racing Green! What the hell was that? Out of nowhere, EZM somehow up the inside of Racing Green. And Capel's got past him again as well. So Capel back up into 7th place. Or into 7th place. EZM up into 6th. Capel tries to have a look up the inside, not close enough on that occasion. Racing Green holding on to 8th now. He's trying to hold up Yannick. Racing Green. I think Racing Green struggling on the hard compound tyres. The Citroen not wanting to hook them, put that compound up. CMP in the background there, half a second's penalty. Must have been track limits somewhere. And then a 2-second gap back to Eroticos. That is going to come down once CMP serves that penalty though. Then we have Last now in 12th, Zico in 13th. Why is Zico in 13th? Got Anonyma in 14th. Why is Zico in 13th? And BX Royal has taken the lead of the race. He's actually got a fastest lap now of 1:20.2. We missed that, but I think it probably came in turn 1 at the start of this lap, lap 4. But the top 2 have managed to gap the rest of the field quite considerably. So the 2 medium runners BX Royal and Aslam Hasnain, as you would expect, they are out 2.3 seconds ahead now of the first set of hards, which is Kellen. Kellen in third place, Afonde now in fourth, Signal Fax there in fifth, EZM in sixth. Oh, we got three wide, Racing Green. Capel up the inside there, he managed to come out ahead of them three cars. Wait, where's Hasnain's in. Who else was involved in this battle a minute ago? It was Yannick, wasn't it? Yannick was all over the back of Racing Green. Racing Green trying to go around the outside of Capel once again. I think Capel's going to know what he's trying to do this time around. He's going to cover him off. Racing Green out onto the gravel ever so slightly. That was a little bit naughty there from Capel. We did squeeze in, but I don't think Racing Green was quite. I don't think he was. Well, they were alongside, weren't they? I think they were pretty much alongside. I don't think he has his front wheel level with Capel, so to speak. It's probably level with his back wheel, maybe. But Capel closing the door. Yannick now all over the. Oh no, Lattis. We've lost Lattis as well. Hopefully we're not going to lose any more drivers in this race. But Yannick now chasing Capel down, wants to try and take that 7th place. Racing Green got his hands full now on them hards. He's got CMP, Eroticos and Zico all not far behind him. Zico is up to 12th place now. Anonymous there in 13th. Obviously we've lost 2 drivers. We lost Kep at the start of the race and we just lost Lattis. A BX Royal trying to make the most of that softer compound. He's managed to gap Aslam Hasnain by 1.5 seconds now. 1.5 seconds. He's still putting in purple sectors as well. His last lap's a 1:19.8, but I presume he must have been validated somewhere, because that would have been the new fastest lap. This sector here can be a very tricky one. See, the rear wanted to step out there on the car. This left-hander also. You drift out too far on the right hand side there and dip onto that grass. You can send the car around, and also here as well. This can be a very tricky one. You can pick up the penalty there all too easily. I think BX showing the absolute limits there of what you can get away with. You want to try and straight line that last one as much as you can, just to get the best drive that you can down the start finish, and then obviously hard braking into turn 1. Hasnain now 2 seconds behind BX Royal. Start on pole. Kellen down to 3rd place for Kellen. Still a good position though to be in at the moment. 3.4 seconds off the back of Hasnain, but he's putting in personal best sectors. But he's also got 2.7 seconds over 4th place of Fonde. And that gap could still open up quite considerably, because it looks like he's going to have a little battle on his hands soon with VZM. We've just got ball VZM for just a second. Look at the rate that EZM seems to be reeling him in. He had some really good pace in the first race as well. Oh no, Ifonde's lost it! He's lost, he's into the barrier! Ifonde! EZM in the Bentley Genesis, now up into 4th place. What can he do? Can he start to try and reel in that top 3? We've seen the pace he has got around here in that Genesis, in the Bentley, so see what he can do. I think maybe give it a couple of laps. able to reel him in. So Racing Green is now in 5th position, holding off Yannick there in 6th. .7 seconds off the lead. He's going to be going for a longer stint, obviously, than BX, but what's going to work better around here, the undercut or the overcut? Definitely going to be a game of strategy, isn't it? It looked like Zico. Was that Zico? Yeah, it is Zico. Zico really putting the pressure onto Capel now in 7th place. Yannick still hot on the heels of Racing Green, but this battle here really starting to heat up now. Zico wants to try and get past Capel, but Capel has been so quick, hasn't he, in that little Ferrari. He had an absolutely cracking sprint race, didn't he? Started at the back, managed to come all the way through into 5th place, now in 7th. This might be it here. This might be where Zico has the run. It looks like he's got the run out the final turn. Definitely gaining along the start finish. Pulls out last minute. He's going to be having a look up the inside now. And he actually got the move done before the corner. GG Zico, just later on the brakes there as well. Capel closes up once again on the exit, but I think Zico's going to be able to get away now. Evening, Jensen. Welcome along, buddy. Nice to have you on board. Hope you're doing well. So Zico, the 2-time champion, trying to chase down Racing Green. Racing Green only ahead of Yannick. That is the only car between Zico and Racing Green at the moment. That might be why Capel moved over, actually. Perhaps he said, well, I'm not in this battle for the championship, so let Zico go. Let him go ahead and try and challenge Racing Green. Yeah, man, it's vexed. Well, if it's your first time here, I'm its Vex man. Obviously, I've raced in the Formula 1 with ALR, but I've not done the GT7 championship. But I've been with Tier 1 for quite a few seasons now. I think a good 10 or so, I want to say. Yeah, nice to have you on board, brother. As I say, Zico is trying to chase down now Yannick. He's into the slipstream. He's going to be reeling him in. He's going to be trying to get onto the back of Racing Green. Racing Green still hasn't managed to gap Yannick, so Yannick's still holding on for dear life. We have Capel now down to 8th, but he's still not too far off the back of Zico, managing to stay ahead of CMP as well. CMP currently 9th place. Looking like he's not as confident on the hards as he is on some of these softer compounds. A little bit of a twitch there on the exit of that last turn. Doing really well at the moment though, still in the top 10, so GG's to CMP. Obviously still a long way to go with 20 laps to go. We've got an Onoman now in 10th place in the Mercedes, followed by a Hyundai now in 11th in the BRZ. Signal Fac all the way down in 12th. He had a really good sprint race though, did Signal Fac. Eroticos in the 13th. So BX Royal had started to stretch that gap to around 2 seconds, but I think with that tyre wear now started to set in, it started to affect his tyre, it started to affect his lap times ever so slightly. I think losing out on just a couple of attempts there on that last lap to Hasnain. Hasnain, who's definitely keeping him honest at the moment. Look at the tyre wear difference though in them two cars. So BX Royal in the WRX, that front right definitely over halfway. But Aslam's, Hasnain's, look, it's quite considerable difference. It's definitely going to be feeling better for Hasnain on the front of that car. It's not going to be washing away as much as the WRX and BX Royal. But then we've known that, haven't we, so far, that BX Royal has been a little bit of a pig. And then Kellen still holding on to that 3rd place. He's still 3.8 seconds off the back of Hasnain, but still keeping that gap consistent back to EZM in the Bentley Genesis. 2.3 seconds is the gap to be precise. I think these medium guys are probably going to start coming in soon, which fares quite well for Kellen because he's on the hards, and obviously BX Royal, Aslam and EZM are the only guys out on the mediums at the moment. Racing Green still holding on to that 5th place. He's managed to gap Zico by a couple of tenths, and maybe he was just trying to keep them tyres cool for a couple of laps. He started to push once again, trying to break the toe now. Zico trying to keep it consistent though. Oh, and he has managed to get past Yannick. So he's behind Yannick before, wasn't he? And now CMP looking for the move now on. Capel is going to have a look at the inside into turn 1. Capel moves over. Yeah, he's fought better fight in that one. He's going to sit behind CMP now. CMP up into 8th place. That was a solid move from CMP. Capel not really putting up a massive defence there, but I think knowing that everyone is on different strategies, I'm not sure what one he's on. Perhaps trying, in fact, yeah, I think he's trying to save his tyres, isn't he? He's going to go for the longest stint he can. That's what I predict from Capel. He's actually still got half a tank of fuel left in that car as well. Some of the other cars around him have used a lot more. BX Royal now into the pits. So Hasnain has stayed out. He's going to become race leader once again. How long he's going to stay out on that medium compound? Kellen comes through as predicted up into 2nd place. BX Royal down to 3rd. EZM's in. So EZM has followed BX Royal in. Racing Green up into 3rd place now. Zico follows through to 4th. Yannick 5th. CMP 6th. Capel 7th. Anonymous 8th. Fonde 9th, BX Royal comes out in 10th place on a fresh set of mediums. Senior Fac now in 11th, starting to bear down on BX Royal, but BX Royal's definitely going to have the better compound tyre, isn't he, to be able to defend against that Mercedes. They're definitely going to be into the temperature window, but they're going to be feeling a little bit second hand now for Senior Fac. Oh, it's BX Royal almost lining the rear up on that WRX. Definitely lost a 10th there through that turn. It's a hard braking zone, right hand turn here, probably down to 2nd gear. Actually, down into 1st there to get the turn in. 2nd gear once again for this turn here. Yeah, through this very sketchy sector here, Senior Fac maybe struggling with traction a little bit on them rear tyres. Doesn't want to give it too much beans just to light them up and send the car around, but yeah, driving very consistently at the moment, Senior Fac. Aero's now in 12th place. We've got EZM now in 13th. Obviously they have pit, so EZM now on a fresh set of hards. Who else? Oh, it's just BX Royal and EZM, wasn't it? So Aslam still on that very heavily worn medium compound tyre. I think he's trying to push for a 1-stop at the moment. Whereas it looks like BX is on for a 2-stop. I think he's going to go medium, soft. Whereas Hasnain, you would presume, is going to go medium hard. So I don't think he's going to be able to use their mediums for long enough to be able to take on the softs. Got a nice 4-second buffer over Kellen. Behind in 2nd place, the first of the hard runners. Are we going to see any of the guys around him go for the undercut? Kellen stayed out, Racing Green stayed out, Zico. So yeah, everybody has stayed out, it looks like. Nobody opts in for the undercut at this stage. And BX Royal now in 10th place. Yeah, so everybody ahead of him still yet to pit, so BX Royal's going to become race leader once again. And EZM should cruise through into 2nd place. We managed just to close that gap. Bit of a twitch there from Hasnain. So perhaps he's just going to try and run until the right hand tyres are completely gone, then he'll choose to pit maybe. Maybe that'll be around the same time that he's got low fuel as well, I'm not sure. Looks like he's staying out once again. He gained 5 temps over that last lap over Kellen. 7 temps down through the split though. 7 temps down on this previous time. Just driving very consistently at the moment is Aslam. Not trying anything too crazy, and it's paying off at the moment. She's gained 2 temps through that last couple of sectors. Last couple of corners through that last sector. It's going to be the left-hand turns where he's going to start to struggle a little bit on the exits. Then right-hand tyre's going to be struggling for grip. And is he finally into the pits? No. Yes, he is. He is finally into the pits. So Kellen, first and hard runners, also into the pits. Is that going to set off a chain reaction behind? I think Racing Green's probably going to stay out for another lap. Is he? He's being challenged now by Zico. And no, he goes in. So they've all dived in. Or they've all dove in. Anonymous stays out. He favours track position. He's going to become new race leader. Anonymous up into first place. 1.1 seconds at the moment ahead of BX Royal. But BX Royal is on a fresh set of rubber. Afonde does go up into third. This is looking really good for the French driver at the moment in the BRZ. Just needs to try and stick with BX Royal. Oh, he's still yet to pit though, isn't he? As is Anonyma. Sweet. I swear Afonde went into the pits behind BX and took on a fresh set of tyres. He can't have done. Anonyma now under pressure from BX. Looks like he just wants to keep that first place just for another lap. Trying to keep behind BX behind for as long as he can. Can he do it though? Surely he's going to be in this lap. Oh, BX is passed through the chicane, and Anonyma does. Yeah, he does finally peel into the pits, which releases BX into the lead now. Once again, in that WRX. The sister BRZ has stayed out though. Afonde definitely trying to get the most out of that hard compound tyre. He's lost a couple of temps though to BX Royal. So Hasnain now in third place, 9.5 seconds off the back of Afonde. He should get past once Afonde pits. Hasnain on for a one stop at the moment on that hard compound. BX Royal's got to try and create a bit of distance, hasn't he, to try and get that free pit stop. He managed to do it last week. Easy then, still holding that fourth place. So the lobby has started to become a little bit sketchy. Kellen there in fifth. Racing Green down in sixth with 3.4 seconds off the back of Kellen. He's going to be able to reel that time in. Crucially, still ahead of Zico, 2.8 seconds. Zico putting in a purple sector there. BX Royal still with the fastest lap of 120.223. Yannick not far off the back of Zico. He's going to be picking up that slipstream down the straight now. And he's actually gaining at a rate of knots, isn't he? Look at that. Yannick actually putting in the purple sector there, 2 tenths. Looks like Yannick really trying to make the most of that slipstream at the moment. Capel really chasing down CMP now. Obviously Capel and CMP both on a fresh set rubber. Capel looks for the move up the inside now into this hard braking zone right-hander. And he gets it done. Under braking. CMP looking for the switchback though on the exit. Doesn't quite get it to stick. I think this one's going to be a battle down the start finish though. Afonde now into the pits. He's going to get rid of them hards. He might be able to go on to a set of softs. 11 laps. Can you do 11 laps on softs? It's a very short lap, isn't it? And yeah, 10.4 seconds off the back of Anonymous. Signal fact now. Ifonde, or in fact Ifonde dropped down the order due to that late pit stop, but then I believe that BX is also on a 2-stop, so Rotocol's getting a little bit wrong there through the final chicane. Hasn't picked up a penalty though, luckily. That was fortunate. So BX Royal 13.6 seconds up the road to Aslam. He had Afonde for company for a few laps, but he's on his own now. It's going to be a little bit lonely up there, to be fair. He hasn't even... He's not even coming up towards any back markers yet, so he's not even got them to keep him company. Just got to work on trying to put in them consistent laps, use them mediums to the best he can, and obviously take the softs for the last final stint, whenever he's going to choose to do that. I think give it another, I reckon lap 25-26 will be when he pits. As I say, Hasnain on for a 1-stop. It looks like he's going to finish on that hard compound. Definitely got the fuel to do so, hasn't he? It looks like Kellen maybe also going for the 1-stop. Will he finish on the mediums? Will they make it to the end? They're going to be feeling very ropey, aren't they? 9 laps to go. Easy them in 4th place, starting to be challenged now by Racing Green, and Racing Green has caught up onto the bumper of him, right on the back now of EZM. He's going to try and squeeze his way up the inside there. EZM still on his inside, not giving up that position easily. This is the battle for 4th place. Racing Green is going to hang on to that inside line though. EZM covers him off, or tries to cover him off. Racing Cream says, I'm not having any of that, I'm getting through, mate. EZM down into 5th. Zico not far off the back of him, but Zico has got half a second's penalty. Come on, EZM. Keep your head in the game, mate. You've had such a cracking round. I think he is just going to manage to fend off Zico for another lap. But he's looked quick in that Genesis. Like, he's looked really quick in that Genesis. Oh, and Zico picks up the fastest lap of 120.052 on that medium compound. Still trying to find his way past these of them. The Italian driver making that Genesis as wide as he possibly can. How long is he going to be able to hold on to that 5th place? Zico has caught him at a rate of knots. He knows he needs to stick with Racing Green or overtake him if he can to be in any chance of retaining the championship for another season. But at the moment it looks like it's going to be a tall order. Does finally find his way back. What a move there from Zico. There wasn't anything that Gt7 could do there. Gt7 was just taking this line and Zico just zipped around him. I don't know. Yeah. That is Zico. Absolutely rapid. And a very well-rounded racer now as well. I know I always say it, but I remember when he came in, he seemed a little bit hot-headed. He was going to have some moves sometimes that weren't quite on, but now he seems to make it work. Like he's honed his skill, and he's managed to take 2 championships in a row. He's now got 3 seconds to Racing Green up ahead. Racing Green who started to catch Kellen in 3rd place. Can he challenge for that final podium slot? So BX Royal still out on the mediums. He's going to come in the next lap or so, isn't he? He's got the flashing indicator on the fuel now. Will definitely be going for the softs for the final stint. So Aslam 14.7 seconds back now. Only 2.3 seconds separate him and Kellen in 3rd. 2 seconds separate Kellen and Racing Green in 4th. 3 seconds separate Zico and Racing Green. Oh, Yannick up the inside of Gt7. I think Gt7's tyres have gone. Oh yeah, he's going for another stop, isn't he? So yes, it is Irving. So if you want to go along to the ALR Discord, Aero League Racing, if you search for Aero League Racing on Discord, you should be able to find Discord. Go and sign up there, buddy, and you'll get seeded. You'll get invited to I believe a tryout session or whatever, and then obviously get seeded and you get put into your respective tier. But yeah, it is open to the public. So yeah, Gt7 is going to go for another pit stop. He's on a 2-stop, as is BX Royal in 1st place. The CMP's definitely on a 1-stop, isn't he? So BX Royal is into the pits now. Is Hasnane going to come past? Yes, that's why a lot of the lads do it, Irvin. These are definitely some of the cleaner lobbies that I've seen as well. You often see like a few little shenanigans and stuff like that, but it's very, very clean racing throughout, and very good sportsmanship as well. Normally if somebody actually knocks somebody off track, they'll sort of wait for him and give the position back, and it's never anything intentional. We caught somebody a few seasons back intentionally knocking someone off track, and yeah, they were instantly removed from the league. Saying their names, Sonic. But yeah, Aslam into the lead of the race once again. 1.3 seconds is his lead over Kellen in 2nd place. So that's started closing up now. Top 3 are very close indeed. Racing Green has reeled that into 1.5 seconds. Zico now 3.1 seconds. So Zico actually going a little bit backwards. He's lost the temp to Racing Green. We've got Yannick in 5th place. So BX Royal has re-emerged in 6th. Has he got enough fuel on that car to finish the race? Has he tried to underfuel? Well, hopefully he's calculated that fuel approximately to be able to get him to the end of the race, or he might be in trouble. He's on the softer compound now, so he shouldn't be too... Yeah, I think he's going to be able to make a few more positions, is what I'm trying to say. CMP now in 7th place and 9/10 off the back of BX Royal, but BX Royal on that fresher, soft compound rubber. So he's going to be able to pull away now from CMP. CMP maybe going to have to try and hold on to 7th. He's managed to gap Capel by a couple of seconds now though. Capel down to 8th. We've got Anonymous there in 9th. We've got Fonde in 10th. Quite a few gaps forming now. Sinufak 11th. Rokos 12th. Gt7 now in 13th place. He's also on a fresher set of soft compound rubber. What can he do in the final 5 laps? He's had a cracking round tonight, hasn't he? In the Genesis. He's looked really quick. He was up there towards the front for quite a while. Maybe not quite getting his strategy right. So the gap to first place has gone down to 8 tenths. Kellen managing to keep the gap consistent back to Racing Green as well, though. It's only 1.5 seconds back to Racing Green, but keeping him out of the slipstream, which is crucial. Kellen should still be picking up the toe of Hasnain up ahead. So Hasnain on the hard compound going for the one stop. He's surely going to lose the position to Kellen on the mediums. But in fact, he's also on a one stop, but he took the hards, didn't he, on his first stint. So we're on lap 27 of 30 now. Kellen has closed right up to the back of Hasnain. He's surely going to be sizing up and moving the next couple of corners. What's he going to be able to do in that M6? Oh, the Citroen of Hasnain starting to get a little bit twitchy now under the pressure. Comes off the inside line. Kellen getting shown the long way round, maybe looking for the better exit though. Not quite on that occasion. And you can see the gap now starting to close back to Racing Green as well. Racing Green wants a bit of the action. Where's BX Royal? BX Royal is up to 5th place now. Oh no, Aslan went deep. He went deep through the final turn. Is that going to allow Kellen pass now? It's only 5 tenths as well. Back to Racing Green. Racing Green definitely picking up the slipstream now of the M6 up ahead. So Aslan doing really well at the moment to hold on to that first place. Second place, Kellen really wants to get on that top step, but he's also got Racing Green to contend with as well. What's he going to do here? It's finally become a three-way battle for first place. And Zico not far behind as well. You can just see Zico starting to creep into the shot. Where is BX Royal? How far back is BX Royal? 2.6 seconds off the back of Zico is BX Royal. Zico is 2.1 seconds off the back of Racing Green. We'll have a look on board with this battle with Racing Green now. He's right up under the bumper of the M6 of Kellen. He's going to be able to get a move done. Not quite on this occasion. Kellen has covered off that inside line. He can't get up the inside there. He can't take it off track either. Maybe down the start finish he's going to have his best opportunity here. Aslan just gets a little bit wide there on the exit once again, but maybe that's his favoured line. Manages to keep that gap fairly consistent. Back to Kellen, he's hugging that inside line now on the approach to turn 1, pulls back over to take the racing line. Nobody quite close enough to go for the inside line on this occasion. Lap 29 now at 30. They're not going to have too many more opportunities to overtake. So close between these top 3 at the moment. Look like Racing Green dipping a wheel out onto the grass there. He doesn't want to do that too many times. It's going to get a little bit sketchy for him. Oh, looks for the move now. Has Kellen opened the door on the inside. Almost side by side now between the Citroen and the M6. The Citroen, the BMW. And Kellen finds himself in a Citroen sandwich. What is Aslan going to do? Kellen tries to go around the outside there. So Aslan knows his teammates 2 cars back, surely. I think he is. I think he's trying to back Kellen into Racing Green. Try and help Racing Green get the pass done. But I think this is just going to bring Zico now 9 tenths off the back of Racing Green. This is going to get spicy in the final lap. Aslam still leads the race into the final lap now. Kellen still hot on his heels, still right up under his bumper. He's going to take the outside line. Had the better momentum. Aslam's going to have to brake earlier on the inside. Kellen around the outside takes the lead of the race. Momentarily, Aslam's still there on the inside though. Aslam's going to in for the inside for this next corner as well. We've also got Racing Green trying to make his way through as we speak. Around the outside of his teammate. And a little Aslam just conceding there. He's allowed Racing Green off to try and take that position from Kellen into the free air. Maybe try and cover off Zico behind as well. Maybe a little bit of team orders coming into play here. So Racing Green looking for his opportunity now at the inside. Kellen covers off the inside. It's going to be a right-hander this next one. He's going to go around the outside, is he? No, looking for the better exit. Not quite. Almost on the outside once again. He's going to have to slot back in, trying to take the inside line. And I think Kellen just picking up a bit of the gravel there. No, he's lost that position now. Racing Green into the lead of the race. Go on, Racing Green. And Racing Green looking like he might have sewn this one up. Maybe Kellen losing that position to Aslan as well. Through the final turn. And Zico not far back as well. It's going to be a photo finish between them three, I'm sure. Zico, he's going to have to try his best. Racing Green, and Zico at the end there. So Racing Green comes home in first place. Zico in second. Kellen third. Aslan fourth. BX Royal finishes in fifth. Yannick in sixth. CMP in seventh. Capel finishes in eighth. Anonyma ninth. F1 10th. Senor Fac 11th. Or at least he will be. Has he run out of fuel? No, come on, Senor Fac. Come on. Senor Fac 11th. Isadem finishes in 12th place. Only one place made up for him. Arocos 13th. And what a crazy finish from Zico. Oh my gosh. That was insane, guys. That was insane. And GG's on Racing Green. Like, what an absolutely stupendous win that was. Crazy racing once again. So your results. Once again, Racing Green finished in first place with Zico only a second off at the end there. Second. Kellen in third, Aslam fourth, BX in fifth, Yannick in sixth, CMP seventh, Capel in eighth, Anonyma ninth, Fonde 10th, Senor Fac was 11th, Isadem was 12th, Arocos 13th, Lattice DNF'd, and Cap also DNF'd. Well, that was it, guys. That was round 5, and what a ridiculous round that was. That was insane, wasn't it? And if you enjoyed that one, obviously join us same time, same place next week. But I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers in the GT7 Championship, Season 19, Round 5. I'll see you again next week. Good night.